Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. And with me, as usual, Coach Andrew Pequeno.
Hi, Shamiel.
Andrew, you enjoying your break? Your off season was now, so you enjoying your break?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I don't know what you can call enjoyment. Miss the action, miss the training and everything.
Yeah.
But now getting the mind ready and active and just taking my mind off football. I wasn't at the football game this weekend, which is something unusual for me, which was good actually. The weather was bad, so it was good that I actually didn't go. But yeah, otherwise cool. Just recharging the batteries, getting ready.
We got a lot to talk about today, especially in the third division. We've got double headers coming up. We've got the results of the third division that took place the week before, and then also we're going to talk about the ABC final that's taking place on the weekend. So let's just go. We're going to jump immediately into it. The regional men's league, Hollywood Bets regional men's league. We've got some results there since last week Thursday. Silver Spurs and Antalya Sport drawing 1-1.
I think we called it would be tight. Yeah.
YMO and Ocean View drawing 1-1. It's a good draw for YMO and for Ocean View.
It's a good one away from home. Yeah. Good draw for YMO and Ocean View. But I think also good for YMO. They need points. They're not safe yet.
We're going to look at that log later. And then Diadora against JL Zwane 3-1.
That's a good win for Diadora. Zwane were 1-0 up early in the game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's a very good win for Diadora, 3-1.
Then Trinis beating Saxon Rovers 1-0.
Saxon's in deep trouble. Basically, Camps Bay's gone, so they're basically bottom of the log. They're the second bottom team now. In deep trouble. I think, with 3 or 4 games, they got 4 games left. I think they need to win them all.
This is a big score. Wanderers beating Premier United 5-4.
Must have been a nice game.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been end to end on Saturday. Wanderers at home, we said, tough team to beat at home.
And I thought Goal 50 might have achieved some points there, but they lost narrowly 3-2 against Greenwood.
Good result for Greenwood. Also another team, Goal 50, not safe yet.
Not safe.
Not safe.
Good Hope and YMO drawing 1-1. That was on Sunday.
Yeah, I think that was a catch-up game. Good result for Good Hope. They need the points. Also YMO.
Good result for Good Hope.
No, Good Hope.
Good result for Good Hope. And then 6 goals on Sunday. 3-3 between Cape Town City and Matroosfontein.
Yeah, I think we always said it was going to be a 2-horse race. I think that was the nail in the coffin for City. Matroosfontein have picked up some nice results lately. It's a good result. Away at City, good result.
We're going to look at the log quickly before we look at the fixtures coming up. So Trini is obviously in the driving seat at the moment. 28 matches played, 62 points.
Yeah.
Diadora in second spot now, playing 1 match more, 29 matches played, and 1 point behind, 61 points. And then Cape Town City in third, 29 matches played, and 55 points.
Yeah, I don't think we need to look at third anymore.
Yeah, I think
it's 3 games left.
Between the two there, Trinis and
Trinis in the driving seat, Shamiel. I mean, they win the game in hand. They're 4 points clear with 3 games to go. It's tough. Diadora have to win them all now.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Saxon Rovers, bottom of the log, 24 points with 28 matches played. Ocean View, 26 points with 28 matches played, second from the bottom, and third from the bottom, 28 matches played, 28 points. And then we've got Goal 50 in the mix.
So who's third bottom?
30 points. Good Hope Football Club. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shamiel is tight at the bottom as well. Like I said, I think Saxons need to win them all. At least 3 out of the 4 they need to win. And it's going to be difficult. They've got difficult games coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see now in the fixtures,
Okay, so looking at the fixtures coming up this weekend. So we've got matches being played this week on Thursday. Saxon Rovers up against Antalya Sport. It's going to be tough for Saxon, even at home.
They need to win.
Yeah.
They don't have a choice.
JL Zwane up against Cape Town City. That's going to be an exciting match.
That'll be end to end.
It's always a good football game.
NY49. NY116, sorry.
Yeah, JL Zwane, And then Ocean View are hosting Trinis. Trinis obviously got to win. Look here, Ocean View, that's not a
Ocean View need points. They're not safe. They need points, and that's the problem. Is you're top of the log and you're playing a team away that needs points.
Yeah,
I don't know. I still think Trini's on a roll, Shamiel.
Okay, Premier United are hosting Silver Spurs. It's going to be
that'll be another high scoring game. That'll be another high scoring game.
Yeah, Matroos are hosting Wanderers.
Ooh, that'll be a nice game.
It's going to be tough.
That's a Friday night. Yeah, that'll be a nice game.
Yeah. Saturday, Good Hope are hosting Diadora.
Sure, tough for Diadora again against a team that's looking for points. It's tough there at Roykrans, eh?
Yeah, it is. Greenwood are hosting Clover.
It can go either way. Both teams are safe. I think it can go either way.
Jomos are hosting YMO. I think that's sort of a dead rubber.
Yeah, YMO need at least 3. YMO need at least 3 points just to be safe. Yeah, but I think it's going to be tough in Atlantis.
Yeah. Games for Sunday. Spurs are hosting Matroosfontein. That's going to be a tough game.
Silver Spurs got a tough weekend.
Tough weekend, yeah. Goal 50 are going to Mandalay to play Clover.
Goal 50 need points, eh?
Yes.
That's the worst place to go to on a Sunday, bro. You're tough.
YMO hosting Greenwood. There should be a YMO win there.
I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I think both teams like to play football. It'll be a nice game.
Wanderers hosting JL Zwane.
Another good game. I might actually go somewhere on Sunday to watch.
Antalya Sport hosting Ocean View.
Wow, Ocean View need to win.
Yeah.
They need points.
Especially let's see what happens after
Friday night.
Yeah. Then next week, Monday, we've got Trinis against Chomos.
If Trinis get 6 points, I think it could be in their hands, Shamiel. That's a catch-up,
City on Tuesday hosting Good Hope.
Very nice game for City.
Yeah. And then Saxon hosting Premier United on Tuesday.
Saxons must win. They must win,
And then the last one for next week, Thursday, Silver Spurs hosting JL Zwane. So basically a lot of tough games, a lot of games involving the bottom sort of end of the table.
I think it's entertaining.
Teams have to win. Yeah, they have
go
to
out. I think this is if your LFA is not playing Sunday, go out and watch games. There's nice games on Sunday. I think Friday night there's some nice games. I think Saxons on Thursday against Antalya Sport must-win game. That'll be a nice game. I think Thursday night. Get out there. It's good. Third division's always exciting.
A lot of tough games. And obviously we have some teams where players have left already to go to the LFA. So let's see how that and that's another thing we must maybe talk about is this whole LFA franchise football. We didn't prep for it, so hopefully we get to talk about it. So this idea of having all the leagues playing at one time of the year, so you don't have players effectively affecting leagues because they're going from franchise football to the actual LFA.
It's very difficult, especially in the ABC, because the promotional national playoffs are in June, because the NFD and the PSL start August. So you can't run into winter with ABC. I think third division is there's a good argument for third division being played. And I think it's a tough one, Shamiel. It all depends on playoffs, man. Even the third division, your playoffs are July. So to get into ABC, and the ABC league is going to be a summer league, so it's difficult to change the calendar. What I do think is maybe stop the registration. So say you can't join the LFA until the season is done. But then again, a lot of LFA clubs who don't have franchises are giving their players experience in summer. So it's a difficult. I think it's a very good debate, but it's difficult. There's pros and cons.
But you also have the issue of having these two registration systems parallel.
Well, that's the point. If everybody was on one registration system,
then you could actually affect that. Then basically, this is a big topic that constantly gets spoken about. But I think
it's difficult getting clearances. I think some clubs are struggling to get clearances because the people are saying, "Well, our league's not finished." So it's very difficult. I think like I said, there's pros and cons on both sides. The question is, LFA football is there to develop footballers and prepare them for the next level. The next level is then there to prepare players for the next level. At what point do you make the next level the same as the LFA? As in period. Third division, you can still maybe get away with it in it's being cut off and being part of the LFA structure, but it's still very difficult.
Look, we can talk about this.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm thinking of other things now that can also affect
everything.
Like club owners knowing, that, there's a lot of things we can talk about. But anyway,
maybe that's a separate show. Maybe a call-in show. Think about
that will actually be good.
Get experience, get people in. Let's talk.
Anyway,
we'll put that into the universe.
Third division, done and dusted. So we look at the ABC Motsepe, right? Today's show. Okay, so why do you take two Cape Town teams to Stellenbosch to play a playoff?
Politics, Shamiel. I think SAFA Western Cape just flexing their muscle and showing they're in charge. It makes no sense. I think both teams come from areas, I think, where people will struggle to afford to go pay transport to Clutersville. The game is Clutersville.
Let's first say, for those that don't know, so the ABC stream playoff is between Nova Park from Stream B and Zizwe from Stream A is taking place in Clutersville, Stellenbosch on Saturday at 3 p.m.
So people got to travel from Lianga and Nova Park and all other areas who support those teams to go to Stellenbosch. That's the issue number one. Issue number two is it's 25 Rand a person entrance fee.
Oh, you got the fees?
Yeah, plus 30 Rand for a car. So if you're going to watch like me, go and watch, it's going to cost you 55 Rand to go and watch.
That's besides your petrol.
Besides petrol, food, everything. So now you look at this and you go,
And it's on a Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Where there's LFA football and, there's still ABC games, by the way, going on, catch-up games. So it's very tough, Shamiel.
Okay, so that's sort of one we're trying to think. I did try to do some inquiries. Couldn't get a hold of anybody at SAFA Western Cape, but there are facilities available in Cape Town for that game to take place.
Yes.
But yeah, it's not. So if you're going to Cloetisville, enjoy it. We're wishing both teams the best of luck.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an entertaining game.
It's going to be a good game. That's
the thing about it. You know, if it was in Cape Town, you get a full house no matter where it is.
Yeah.
I think it's an entertaining game. I think it's going to be, how can I put it now? The experience of Zizwe in being in playoffs before, some of their players and coaches who've been at varsity cup playoffs and all of that against a team like Hanover Park, who have basically beaten everybody in front of them in Stream B. Had a bit of a slow start. They got into the groove, banging in goals, very forward-playing team. It's going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be lots of goals, personally. And I think whoever wins it, I think will represent us well in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that the big talking point at the moment is Hanover Park obviously destroying everybody in their path in Stream B.
Yeah.
Were they challenged enough in the league to actually take on Zizwe, who had to literally have people like Vasco on their tail for most of the season, all the competitive.
So they've been effectively in playoff mode.
Yeah, the opinion is that the Stream A competition was better in Stream B. That's just what the opinion is. But I mean, that's the question. So, but whichever way you look at it, it's going to be an exciting game with goals. And hopefully you guys can go out and make it there.
Yeah, I think the weather's good. It's going to be a nice warm day on Saturday. There's no rain, whatever.
Okay.
I think they deserve to be supported. I think both teams. I think, like I said, whoever makes it through is going to be a worthy winner. It's going to go to the playoffs and actually have a good chance of getting through.
Yeah.
So let's support them. I think my head says Zizwe. My heart is obviously Hanover Park, obviously having coached there for 6 years. Yeah. It's going to be a tough one. But like I said, I expect goals.
Yeah. And just for, I think the actual national playoffs are in June.
In the middle of June. They haven't finalized. It's either Durban or Bloemfontein.
I think it's Bloem. Yeah. But okay, we'll let you know about that. Okay. So that's basically ABC and third division. So we're going to jump to LFA football.
Yeah.
And you've got some stuff for us.
I've got Cape Town Tigerberg. Some games were postponed because of the weather. But results last night, which was Tuesday night, Hanover Park 4, UCT 5.
Okay.
Good win for UCT away at Hanover Park. Obviously, they're a bit depleted. Saturday's results that took place, Durbanville 1, Wynberg 1. Very tight game. We said it was going to be a nice game.
Yeah.
JMI 0, FN Rangers 1. FN Rangers keep on going, Shamiel. That young team keeps on getting results. Norway Park 2, Garden Village 0 in the derby. Good result for Norway Parks. Norway Parks have had a good start to the season. Wegersdal Edgemead was postponed. So the weather. The field, I think, was waterlogged. Saxons 1, Bodersig 0. Good result for Saxons. Yeah. Tableview 6, Hanover Park 2. Hanover Park being hit with 11 goals in the last 2 games. A good result for Tableview. And that was the result, Shamiel. Fixtures this weekend is Cup. It's Cup games this weekend. First round of the knockout. So we got Fishhook versus JMI. I think I'd fancy Fishhook there. Saxon Rovers UCT can go either way. Hanover Park's game against Bodersig postponed because of the ABC. So the whole club will go through.
Yeah.
Durbanville Edgemead. Now this is a rivalry that's steeped in history. Going to be a tight one. Sure, it's going to be a tough one. First round of the Cup. Vasco da Gama, Norway Parks. Vasco da Gama at home. Tough one. Norway Parks have had a good start to the season. It's going to be a nice, tough game. Garden Village, FN Rangers, Derby, Maitland Derby. It's going to be a nice game. Still think FN Rangers got the
firepower
there. And then Wynberg versus Tableview. Another one.
Yeah.
If you want to get up to Wynberg 4 o'clock, all these games are 4 o'clock Saturday. Get up to Wynberg. It'll be a very nice game. Tableview have had a good start to the season. They're top of the log.
I heard that Wynberg is also playing Tableview next Tuesday.
Tuesday in the league as well at Wynberg. So
they got their own double-header.
Yeah. And the log at the moment after 6, Tableview top, 6 games, 15 points. Second, Vasco, 7 games, 14 points. Third, FN Rangers, 6 games, 14 points. So everything's still very tight here in that league.
Okay, we're going to jump to Cape District now for some matches there that took place. Well, all the matches took place there.
Yeah.
Ashford, last year's league winners, beating Oregon Spurs 1-0.
Yeah.
Clarewood beating Greenwood 3-0. So we know Greenwood's team still waiting on cards and stuff there. So a very young team taking part. I actually had a bit of a watch on that game. Yeah, a lot of youngsters in that Super League team.
Yeah.
And then, Clarewood coming out 3-0 winners. Grossie Park beating Spenston 2-0. Had a look at that game also. Grossie Park basically in full control there. Some of the
also a very young team, Grossie Park.
Young team. A lot of, I must say, a lot of players that don't look too familiar to me. A lot of young players.
Good.
But also 1 or 2 of the ABC players, obviously.
They tried to come back in now,
Yeah.
But listen, Grossie Park, I think they actually had a good ABC season. I think, watch them. I think they're going to challenge Monty's there in that league.
Yeah. Talking about Monty's, they were on bye.
Yeah.
Ocean View beating Wesley 2-1.
Yeah.
And then Salt River and Wolves. I wanted to go to this game and ended up not going. 6 goals scored there.
Wow.
3-3. Salt River and Wolves. That match was actually played at Chaka Road. So yeah, looking at the log quickly there, Andrew. Monty's top of the log, 4 matches played, 4 wins.
Yeah.
GP, 5 matches played, 3 wins. And Wolves in third, 5 matches played, 3 wins also there. So the points there, 12, 10 and 10 respectively.
Wow, tight, eh?
Fixtures for this week, Ashford up against Spenston. That's going to be a tough game.
Nice game.
Taking place at Heathfield. Clarewood up against Salt River. Sure. That's going to be at William Herbert. Greenwood up against Wesley. That's going to be a Solo Street derby.
Sure.
Oregon Spurs up against Montague Spurs.
That'll be a nice
One
game.
should fancy
Where's that?
Monty's. At Solo Street also.
On Saturday.
On Saturday, yeah. So obviously Solo Street turf is being replaced. So the matches are taking place
nice.
on the fields, on the grass fields. And then, Wolves and Ocean View at Chaka Road. That's going to be a tough game. And then GP's on bye at Cape District this week.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get to Mitchell's Plain. They only had 1 round of fixtures this weekend, Shamiel.
I didn't say.
Yeah. Bale 5, Cedar Park 1. Good result for Bale. Ikapa, Lentegeur on the results system said it was abandoned at halftime. I don't know the reason. Okay. Lentegeur were 2-0 up at that stage. Juventus 1, Seringa Spurs 1. Juventus getting back on the winning trail after losing their last game. This was a good result. Shock result, I thought. Liverpool Portland's 1, Woodlands 2. Good result for Woodlands.
Woodlands, yeah.
Then Riverton 1, FC Tafelsig 2. FC Tafelsig also getting back on the winning trail. Rockefellers 5, Beacon City 0. Good result for Rockefellers. Stantiff 0, Colville 1. Good result for Colville.
Okay.
And then Westridge 0, Beacon Spurs 0. That was the top of the table clash, Shamiel.
All right.
So the log as follows. Beacon Spurs 7 games, 19 points. Westridge 7 games, 15 points. Juventus 7 games, 15 points. And then Rockefellers and Tafelsig also after 7 games got 14 points, Shamiel.
Okay.
So now let's look at fixtures. Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot. There's double headers this weekend. Yeah, Mitchell's Plain. Let me get my breath back. Let's go. Beacon City versus Juventus. That'll be a nice game.
Yep.
Beacon Spurs, Liverpool Portlands. Liverpool Portlands after their loss against Woodlands. I think they're going to have quite a few players back now after ABC. Beacon Spurs, top of the log, will be a nice game. That's going to be at Strandfontein. Cedar Park, Rockefellers. FC Tafelsig versus Stantiff. It'll be a tough game for Stantiff. Lentegeur Bale. Colville versus Ikapa Sporting. And Seringa Spurs versus Westridge. That'll be a nice game. Yeah. That's Saturday. And also, last game Saturday, Woodlands, Riverton. The two promoted teams playing each other. Sunday, Bale Ikapa. FC Tafelsig versus Colville. Juventus versus Cedar Park. Liverpool Portlands versus Seringa Spurs. Riverton versus Beacon Spurs. So it'll be a nice weekend. We can see where the log ends up after this.
Yeah.
Rockefellers versus Lentegeur. Stantiff versus Woodlands. High-flying Woodlands playing Stantiff. Westridge versus Beacon City. So that's Sunday's fixtures. Get out there, Rocklands and Westridge on Sundays. Will be a nice game.
Matches there, which is playing as usual.
Yeah.
Okay, from the east of Cape Town, we're going to go to the north of Cape Town. So Northern's LFA, we've got some results there. Blue Downs beating drawing against with UWC 0-0.
Yeah.
Beating UWC 0-0.
No, they didn't.
Eastern Rovers losing 4-0 to Bishop Lavis.
Yeah.
Hey, Bishop Lavis is doing well at the moment.
They're doing well, yeah.
Ravensmead beating Bellstar 3-1.
Yeah.
Trinis and Kalksteenfontein drawing 1-1.
Yeah.
United beating Bellhospers 2-1.
Yeah.
Valhalla losing 3-0 to Bellville United.
Good result for Bellville United.
Good result for Bellville, yes.
It's a good result for United against Bellhospers, eh? Bellhospers were flying.
Yeah. And then looking at fixtures taking place this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is the 17th, Andrew? Yeah. Bellhospers up against Blue Down Spurs. Bellstar and Eastern Rovers. Bellville up against United. Bishop Lavis against Valhalla. That's going to be a good game. Kalksteenfontein up against UWC and Trinis up against Ravensmead. And if you look at the log, only 6 matches played.
Yeah.
Bishop Lavis, like we said, doing well, top of the log at the moment. United in second.
Wow.
1 point behind Bishop Lavis on 15 points, and UWC third with 14 points.
Okay, cool.
That's Northerns.
That's it. I've got no more LFA, Shama, so it's up to you now.
Okay, so
you see, he had flu last week, so I was carrying the show this week. You still see, I made him cough. Sorry,
guys. I don't think we're editing that out.
No, we leave it.
South Peninsula. So we've got some results there. We've got some rugby scores. So we're going to run through that very quickly. And it's the beginning of the season. Excuse the guys.
Yeah.
Atletico 9-0 up against Eagle Wings.
Wow.
Azuri 3-0 up against Crusaders.
Wow.
King David 19-0 against Steenberg. Lavender Hill and Oasis, we said that was going to be a tough game. 5-3 to Lavender Hill. A lot of goals scored
Lavender
there.
Hill flying.
Aerial Spurs beating Rainbow Chiefs 13-1. Vrygrond losing 2-0 to Good Hope. And Square Hill and Wanderers drawing 2-0.
We said that's a place to be with goals, South Peninsula.
Yeah. Goals,
Sure.
goals,
You go
goals.
to Roykrans, see lots of goals.
Lots of goals. Fixtures for this weekend at Roykrans. Aerial Spurs up against Wanderers. Crusaders against Rainbow Chiefs. Good Hope up against Azuri. King David up against Atletico United. And Oasis up against Eagle Wings. Squale in Lavendale. And Steenberg up against Vrygrond Sports.
That's a Hill derby. Squale and Lavendale.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's going to be played on the hill.
Yeah. Cool. That's it.
Okay. I got no logs there, but I will get that next week. Man, that's all.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It feels like it's been a short show, but I actually feel like it's been a long show.
A long show.
A lot of results, a lot of fixtures. I think get out to ABC final if you can to Plutersville. I know it's a bit expensive, but get out there.
Yeah.
I think third division is now getting to the final stretch, Shamiel. I think people go out there, support the teams. I know it's LFA football on a Saturday, and I know some LFA's got cup fixtures also. So get out there, support the youngsters. I know Cape Town Tygerberg. They had the junior cup last week, so it's back to league in the juniors, and obviously the cup in the seniors. Like I said, Mitchell's playing double headers. Football's happening
I think
everywhere.
we're in full swing at the moment.
Yeah, full swing. Looking forward. And please, more LFA, send us your results.
I was going to say,
I think maybe we can start from Reigate next week. Maybe get some results from Reigate and move with Reigate on
Talking about Reigate, they've been having Friday night matches already.
Oh, brilliant.
They're there till late on a Friday night. So if you're looking for something to do, or you want to take the wife out to get something
go to Johnson Road,
Go to Johnson Road.
Yeah.
Catch a game and get a burger.
And those fields have all been relayed, so they're all in very good condition. So get out. Yeah, so get out to Johnson Road. Yeah.
Oh,
they were relayed, new irrigation system, everything, pre-season. So get out to Johnson Road. It'll be very nice. And like I said, there's meal. You can have a nice meal there.
Yeah.
They sell always very nice food there.
And then
you can see where my stomach goes. The food is good.
I think that's all. We've got no other tournaments taking place. We know there's a Botasag under 10.
No, we got the engine obviously happening in June, which will get closer to time. But everything else is
happening. Yeah, so go out to support and also engage with us. Give us some feedback, comment on club football. And then before we go, we want to say big up thanks to Pequeno, our apparel sponsor, and then also London Visuals for editing our videos and doing such a fantastic job. And
awesome.
until next week, cheers.